Hey everyone, I have a Nebula Capsule II here. It's a little mini projector. I'm going to try to take apart. I've never taken one of these apart, so this will be kind of new for me. But it has a power issue. It comes on, but the lamp doesn't work, and these are supposed to be LED lamps, so either the LED's bad or something else is going on. So I was gonna just take a video of taking this apart and seeing what we can find. Okay. Okay, so it looks like under here looks to be a screw hole. Let's see if we can get some better light here. There's a screw there, you can see, so it looks like the access is in the bottom. So I just need to take this rubber mat off. Anyways, all right, let's see. The right size screwdriver. Okay, looks like that just kind of snaps up there. Trying to be careful with it. All right, okay. Interesting. Well, okay, so there's a little inside the lid here. I was wondering what that was. There's a little antenna right there. You can see the pads where it touches the board right here. Start taking it apart. Okay, well, I don't think the problem's here. The only way to know for sure is if I had, you know, data sheet or a schematic, but I haven't been able to find schematics for this particular device. So let's just keep diving down, see how far we go. I'll move this out of the way. So this looks like this is our battery compartment here, I think. What it looks like there's a cell in there. So what I'm gonna do is first take a picture of this on my phone so that way I know how in the world that this came back together. I always take pictures of things that I've never been into just so I have a reference on how it goes back together, especially when there's no manual or service manual or anything like that for me. So I figured out that these buttons and things can basically snap in here. So this little button housing right here, you see, has little clips, and it also has a glue. So I started prying on it with this tool here, this metal tool. It's a little stronger, and I squeezed it where I got the cage around, like, and kind of dug up in there and did like this and pried it out, and it started snapping out, and it looks like I didn't damage it either. That's definitely not very easy to get, but I managed to save it. So I think the way they assemble this is they slip the cage on first, and then put the buttons on, and then put the lens on the other side for the output. So definitely kind of difficult, not very easy to do, not, you know, designed to be serviceable. So I'm gonna take these buttons out. Let's see. So the only other issue I have now with slipping this off is this right here. So I don't know how to get that out. I'm assuming it probably snaps in similar. And I don't know if I'll be able to get this out without any sort of damage, you know, while I'm doing it. No? Yes. See that? It's coming down. Now I just got to make sure I don't damage any of these cables here while it's coming out. That seems to work. All right. Just make sure I'm not damaging anything. These cables don't seem to be bound up. So if I tear any of those ribbons, it's game over. I don't think there's serviceable parts, or I don't think there's like replacement parts you can buy. I doubt they sell it. All right. All right, there's the metal frame. Set that off to the side. Now, everything else should be accessible one way or another. See, it kind of marred up that cover there a little bit. That's okay. There's not much I can do about that. I could probably polish that up a little bit with a little bit of plastic polish where it rubbed, but it's not a big deal. I'd rather do that than destroy it, as long as it doesn't destroy the lens or the... There's this piece I was talking about earlier here. It looks like a cover, and it's just held on with tape. Looks like it's just got a bunch of tape. So I'm gonna try to pull it up. There we go. Goodness. That's rough. Okay, that piece to the side. Oh, it's like a little twist lock. Interesting. Okay, what do we have here? Oh man. See in there? There's quite a bit of stuff down in there. Kind of scary, because that little antenna is attached. There's another antenna in the cap there. Let's see if I can get that out, because if I can't get that out of there, it's soldered. I don't want to damage it. It just looks like it's glued. And then now I got this little guy, which looks like it's glued. I'm hoping that glue's not that hard. That's not too bad. It's like a soft glue. All right. So here's the lid piece. That's just for the touch, because it has a capacitive touch. Relatively unscathed. Move that to the side. All these debris pieces here. And it looks like I managed to keep everything intact on this connector. Because if I didn't, I have no idea how I would fix that. Not that small. So that's good. Let's see what else comes off here. Okay, so I'm guessing, I guess the next piece, see there's a screw here, here. I could take off this top, like, capsule. So let's do that. See if we can get this battery door off. See, but I don't know. It's attached, so I can't yank on it. It's attached inside there somewhere. Whoa! Okay, there we go. I just separated the halves. Interesting, that was unexpected. Okay, let me get a picture of all this, make sure I get it all back. Well, there's the top half. With the camera and everything else. And here's the bottom half. With the big speaker. Looks like it's got a passive woofer. And assuming that's the battery compartment, so the battery should be able to come out now. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I don't think there's much else in here. There's just a speaker. Yeah, that's just the speaker wire there. That's what that's for. Alright, I'm going to set that off to the side. This is a, let's see, 21CR22/71. model INR21700M50. So it's a 7.26 volt, 4,850 milliamp hour battery. So, pretty good sized battery. Put that off to the side. All right, that feels much better, much loose. All right, here's the further into the top half of this unit. This just looks like it's getting more and more complex as we go. So, I don't know if this thing's going to be fixable or not. I'm leaning more towards not. But I didn't get very much money for it. It was pretty cheap. So, just thought maybe I could get lucky and find something obvious that was done wrong, or something that's burnt, shorted. All right, so I finally got it apart. The issue I had getting it off there was there's a hidden screw. As you can see right here, there's a screw in there that was ripped out of this. So here's the cover that was not coming off. So apparently this plastic piece screws into the case. See, there's a screw there, a screw there. There was a screw there until I ripped it through the hole. So I could, if I could fix this, I could still put it back together and it would be all right because I didn't break the glass, and the case is still intact and I didn't tear anything else up. But the only issue is the only way you could ever get this apart is if you removed this glass piece that's over the top. So they basically they screw this in, this lens part. They screw it in there with 3 screws, and then they glue the glass piece over the top of the screws. So there's like, you know, yeah, good luck trying to get that off, because by the time you tried prying that off there, you'd probably chip it or break the glass. So luckily these other 2 screws still held. So if I do put it back, if I get it working and put it back together, I think I can. It'll still be okay. So, anyways, this is off. So this is basically the logic board here. I don't see anything that looks damaged inside of here, or anything that looks bad. So what I was wanting to get into was the unit. So here's the drive unit. Here, I'm gonna take this one screw out. One screw hole that I destroyed that I won't need. I'll have one spare screw. So maybe this will save somebody in the future that needs to work on this. Mind that there's 3 screws behind the glass lens. There's one here and then one up there and one up there. It's in the other half of the case. So if you can get those out, maybe somebody else knows how to get that glass piece off, but I'm pretty sure it's glued like some of the other stuff. I don't know if it'll come out very easy. But I mean, and I don't think any normal person is gonna go this in depth inside of a Nebula Capsule 2. Anyways, so here's the cooling fan for the unit. Nothing wrong with the fan. Everything seems to work. All right, main board's out. Set that off to the side. There. Oh. Alright. So it clips, it has a little clip. I gotta throw this in the trash. There's a ton of that goop on here. It's just in the way. All over the place. It's also got some of that glue in there. Okay. There's the fan. Set that off to the side. Right, there's the kind of the first look inside of here. Interesting, there's a lot of intricate parts in here. And this all is glued. It has glue everywhere inside here. That's what it looks like. Completely torn down. You got tons of pieces. You got this. I'll try to lay everything out in view. You got your charging board. You have your driver board. You have your upper half, which is your actual CPU, and basically the brains of it. You have your fan. You have your capacitive touch top, your battery, and of course all your other frame pieces, which I'm not going to bring into view, your speakers and stuff like that. But these are all the guts out of here. Anyways, hope y'all enjoy that. I mean, you know, sorry, it's kind of stinks that we couldn't fix it, but you know, it's kind of cool to see what it looks like on the inside. Anyways, like and subscribe. Something I'd like to show here. I just noticed this. So it looks like it was assembled this way. So I have no idea knowing if this unit worked from the factory or not. But if you notice here, this red ribbon cable connector, it's not plugged in all the way. So the green one and the blue one is plugged in all the way, it seems like, where it's snug, but this red one has a pretty big gap here. So I'm going to try to remove this glue and push it in there further. I mean, I don't know if it'll make a difference or not, but something I noticed. It just doesn't look like it's seated all the way in the plug. We'll try it and see, but it may not even make a difference. It's working. I'm serious, it is working. Look, it's drawing 1.85 amps, 1.7 amps. It's working now. It has light. I don't know if you can see that. I gotta turn it off though, it'll overheat. It's working. That damn connector was the only thing that was keeping it from powering up.